preheating. I'm preheating. Portafilter. Got water in here to preheat a little bit the chamber. Restarted the fire. I know how long it's been burning. It's been burning for, I don't know, about 5 minutes. It's going to switch back, doing some espresso this morning, or at least trying to. Before we get started though, I don't know if this has to be said. Kind of feel like it does. This weekend, somebody posted something very foul on my Beverly Crusher X06 review. I won't go into the details because, quite honestly, I'd prefer not to remember them. It was bad. And basically it was somebody pretending to be a black woman who said some terrible things about the former vice president and a bunch of other stupid nonsense. I deleted it, and I wish YouTube would fix it so you could delete, ban, block, you know. Basically, if you delete the post, you lose the person unless you're unless you click on their profile, which I never remember to do because it's always like, you're an idiot, gone. But if you delete the post, you can't really go back and block them. There's not a block feature on YouTube. YouTube has you can make it so they can continue to post, but no one will see their posts, and that's stupid. It makes no sense. It still gives them an outlet to be able to speak. They can still see my videos, but you can't block them from coming onto my channel and writing stuff. You can make it so no one will ever see what they say, but quite frankly, I don't know in what world that's even remotely good enough. You can't block them from coming onto your channel, even though they are using a username. I think the reasoning is incredibly stupid. They can circumvent that block by, just being a guest and not having a username and just watching your channel, which is, I think is fine. I think it's fine that they're in a guest profile. You can't post as a guest on YouTube. You have to make an account to post. So I think blocking their account is the best way to go, but they don't allow you to do that. They just say you can remove the post, make it so their post, if they post anything again, the post will never be seen. And then, that's kind of it. People's hands are tied when it comes to trying to correctly curate the people that would come in and potentially just be horrible. So, hands are kind of tied, but I saw that terrible post and deleted it. And I also wanted to make it a little known here that this is a safe area, okay? My channel is for a lot of people, and I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. This is a safe space. And it's just not happening. I curate, I delete, I remove, and this is not a democracy on my channel. It's my channel. So, we went to an event this past weekend, kycohio.org. They do a lot of things for gay, trans, queer youth in Central Ohio. We went to a benefit for them. Virginia West and several other drag queens were there for a brunch. It was fantastic. We had a wonderful time. We had a nice hamburger. The drinks were really good. They had popcorn. That was pretty awesome. But so they did a drag show for like 2.5 hours, and it all went to benefit kycohio.org. They have a lot of different resources and classes, I think, and groups who help youth understand, why. Giving them safe spaces, giving them a place to be, because a lot of transgendered kids out there are thrown out of their homes and they have no place to go. So KYC Ohio and many other organizations around Central Ohio, but this is the one that we went to over the weekend, help queer youth. We were happy to donate and be part of the brunch, and then had a wonderful drag show. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun and very, very moving in some aspects. So that was a lot of fun. That's too bad that won't fit on there. Oh well. So anyway, so this is a safer space than most, and I don't tolerate it, and it will be removed. And I'm not going to back and forth people. You have your own problems. I have my own problems. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a doctor. You know, if you want to, I'll remove it. I don't care. You know, it's just the way it is and the way it's going to be. And there's not really anything you can do about it. So, okay. So I bought this blend almost a month ago, probably a month ago, 100 grams. And I'm going to put the name up on the screen. I don't want to butcher it, but it's this wonderful sweets shop. And by sweets, I mean like cookies. Like they do the macaroons and delicious coffee there. They do this really big macaroon that's like raspberries, and it's got raspberries on top of it. And sometimes they do a strawberry one, and it's really good. It's an amazing place to eat. But they also do their in-house roast this coffee. So this is a house blend that they've done, and I wanted to put it through the Chemex so bad. So we're gonna do about 16 grams of this. And you know, the paper bag, I mean, it's only 100 grams, which means it's supposed to be used fairly quickly. It's going to be used fairly quickly. So the paper bag, it's not, well, you know what? The inside of the bag is kind of lined with wax. So that would help retain freshness. I was just going to say it was a plain paper bag. It's pretty porous, and you know, air gets in and out. But this is a wax-lined interior on this bag. So I think it's going to be fine. I mean, it's going to be fine for a little while as long as I keep it buttoned up. So we're going to do about 16 grams. Maybe we'll do about 17 grams. I think I did really well with 17 grams before. And I think that sticking with what's good is beneficial. So we went to a couple of farmers markets over the weekend. There was a huge one. Where was? Oh, Canal Winchester. It just came to me. I'm like, I was fussing and fighting in my brain with what the name of the city was, but it was in Canal Winchester, deep south, deep south central Ohio. Not as deep south as Grove City, but you know, Canal Winchester. And we went, and they had so many different artisans doing a lot of different handmade things, and there was a lot of like pottery, and nobody seems to be doing these. This little, I mean, and maybe there's a reason. I mean, it's probably a pain in the butt to get this fold right. I mean, I don't know. What I do know is we went to a lot of pottery stalls, and I kept looking and looking and looking, and they had a lot of gravy boats. But they didn't have any of these chahis or, you know, tea distribution devices, or in this case, coffee distribution device. They really didn't have any at all, which, you know, I mean, like I said, it's probably a very niche market. I mean, I doubt anybody, but people probably use this, you know, but I like something with a spout because the hole in this thing is very, very small. All right, so this thing likes to bunch up a little bit when you, and I don't know why. I don't know, it gets harder to turn. There is a stopping point, which is just, you know, at the fine, but you know, it gets really hard. If it sits in a position, and that one was sitting in its position for about a week, and you keep grinding and grinding and grinding, it likes to settle. So activating the motor and getting it to a certain space seems to be helpful. I'm gonna do about a middle, we'll do about a 15, maybe we can do about a 13. Let's do about a 13. Yeah, let's do about 13. Let's go wild today. And Got everything here. This is heating up. This is heated up. Water's heated up. And we're going to hot drop this in here because I don't know if it's natural and washed. So it's natural, processed, and then it's washed. That's what I'm getting from that. It's a medium dark roast. So, which means you really don't have to hot start. Hot start's usually like light and light medium roasts. But, you know, you just get into the habit and it's... It doesn't really hurt anything when you get into a habit like that. So, and you know, it's not bad to keep the habit. I kind of wish this bellows took care of the stuff that you can't get your. I mean, if you tried really hard, but there's that popcorn thingy right there, and it's not. It really limits your going into it thing. So, alrighty then. We're going to use this. We're going to use this first, though. In, on, around, and down. Get up, get down, get funky. Not a lot of boulders in it this time. Seems very light and fluffy. Very good consistency. It smells very sweet. I do know that the coffee, this is the coffee that they use in their shop, and it is, the coffee is excellent. So hopefully I can do it correctly. And I kind of messed up here a little bit. I need to get the water out of the, maybe I could use the whiter one to catch more water. Does that fit? It does. All right, you can hang out right there for a mo. Let's open this up here. There we go. Didn't catch all of it, but caught most of it. And we're still dripping a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. Get it here. I was watching some folks, and we went to another coffee shop. It was actually at the place where we went to the market in Canal Winchester. But I was at this one, and I'll post their link in their Instagram. We went there, and it was the coffee was excellent. I think it's because the sides are still a little wet, but the bottom's all right. Yeah, that's kind of the pulling it away and seeing stuff on the bottom bothers me. On the sides, not so much. Sides don't matter as much to me, I don't think. All right. You up and in here and on. Perfect. I guess we'll close that up now. Move you out of the way. It's always such a messy affair with coffee. All right, put you here, put you under there. Excitement. Water's good. We've got a couple chances at this, so be nice if we get it on the first try, but I'm not holding my breath. We may have to adjust the grind setting a little bit. This is a medium dark, so it doesn't need to go as fine, or at least it shouldn't need to. All right. Give me some room, Squire. Up we go. Filling the chamber up. Oh, my dealy-do went offy-waff. On, please. There we go. But yeah, the coffee, it had this really nice orange cardamom coffee. It was really good. They just updated their menu. And their places that they're going are posted on Instagram. And like I said, I'll post that Instagram, the link to their Instagram. Let's see if we get any kind of pressure here today. Okay. Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, I may not get as much out of it as I will. Maybe I will. Shut your mouth. No. See, with With 17, I wouldn't mind getting 32 or 32 to 34 grams of water out. It doesn't look like I've gotten there. So I should probably grind it a little finer maybe. I probably ought to, I mean, it's pretty. It smells very nice. Yeah, that's not good. No, no. That ain't it. That ain't it. It's a little too much, a little too strong. Let us try again. Get everything out of it. Water should still be hot. Weigh out a little bit more. Nice. I mean, this is why you buy coffee. I mean, if it's a hobby, this is why you buy the coffee, to try over and over again. And they have this house blend daily. They do run out fairly quickly. I've gone in there and it said, you know, they've had their coffee there and it's not available anymore. But they roast it daily. So it's always something, you know where it is and you can always get back to it. So. Big old crack down the middle. That's not good at all. I need to take the trash out. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to drop it down 2 notches. Yeah. Let's do a 10. I'm going to do a 10. We're going to go the exact opposite of probably where we need to go, but we're going to do it anyway. Hang on. Oh, that one's rejected. All right. See where that puts us. It's always exciting to experiment. That's very bouldery. I mean, not like hard chunks, just like the static rolled up. I mean, the grinder ground it down, but then the static is like a snowball. You roll the snowball down the hill, it collects more snow and gets bigger. Well, as it kind of shuffles through, the static will grab onto other static charged particles and just start drawing them to each other. And in the end, they'll create big boulder-looking pieces. But they're not boulders. They're just, and I meant to wipe that off. There we go. Ooh, that's the best one yet. I'd forgotten. When I've been doing this, I'd forgotten that you shouldn't just press down. You should kind of smooth around a little bit with using the weight of the tamper or the device. I forget what the device name is, but because I watched somebody do it over the weekend, and it was put the smoother down, let it twist a little bit using just the weight of the smoother to even out the bed, and then you take your tamper and then you tamp it down. And I'd forgotten that was a step. So that's why everything kind of came up poorly. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Pre-infuse for a little bit. Should be underneath everything. Give it a squeeze. This one might be a little tougher. Well, it will be a little tougher. Hold it there. I can feel stuff moving. Okay. There it went. All right. Now we go and see what happens. Okay. I got liquid coming out. I got a good pressure and it doesn't feel like it's going down as fast. Problem is the liquid is not coming out as fast either. We're gonna hold it. I'm gonna try to hold it around 5.5, 6 bars here on the gasket or on the pressure gauge. This one's worse. I'm afraid this one's gonna be worse, which is hard to imagine. I kind of wish I knew what I was doing wrong. Well, no, I don't kind of wish I knew what I was doing wrong. I wish I knew what I was doing wrong. Something is just not... I mean, should the grind setting be higher? Maybe that's what it should be. Maybe the grind setting should be higher some more. The grind setting should be higher so more liquid comes through. The grind setting shouldn't be lower for more pressure. Is that what we're... Because I only got 22 grams of water out of that. And, no, it's not worse, it's not better, it's not worse. It is very bitter. It like hits your tongue and it's like a bitterness overload. Not a single bit of sweetness, not a single bit of acidity. It's all bad, so, and bitter. So let's go the other direction then. Kind of a bummer, but you know, that's the trial and error, isn't it? That's just what it does. That's just what we do. We trial and we error, and we figure it out. Crack's not as big, but poof. All right, now I'm just going to use this paper towel. Probably shouldn't have run water through it. I'm just going to use the paper towel to dig out the grinds that are left in there. All right, as stated, one more go. We're going to go in the other direction this time. We're going to take her up to a 20. It seems like every coffee to be ground takes a different method of grinding. Which I guess makes sense, but also makes it hard to be a casual person doing this kind of stuff. Because it's like, you want to get good coffee, but good coffee costs a lot of money. You want to make it correctly, which takes time, which a lot of people don't have, you know. But, you know, if you're an enthusiast or if you're a hobbyist, I mean, you always make time for hobbies. So, all right, one more go. They all went in that time. Go team. Such a nice smelling coffee. It really is. I think 17 grams is a good number. Okay, well that didn't boulder as much. That's nice. I'll smooth it out a little bit though. It's so pillowy and soft. Okay. Oh, I meant to... Oh, I think we'll be all right this time. Down we go. Spinny, spinny, spinny. And press. And up. Oh, looks good. Let's see what happens. It's nice to figure something out. How's the water doing? Oh boy, that came down a lot. We're gonna up that temperature just a little bit. And then we'll go from there. But yes, I think I figured out how to pronounce it once, but I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to screw it up. And then this beautiful kanji on the back. It's such a great place to get macaroons. The macaroons are so good. They're salted caramel. Oh my God, salted caramel is amazing. And then their coffee. I'll flash up the one that I really like. It's like they take a layer of foam. It's like this, and then another layer of like condensed foam, and then the shot of espresso. And you mix them all together, and it's the tastiest coffee. I like a sweet coffee. You know, I like stuff in my coffee, you know. And I like stuff in my coffee even more when it's there to enhance the flavor and not hide the fact you've got shit coffee. So that's why coffee trucks are amazing. That's why little shops like this one are amazing. They're proud of their coffee. They show off their coffee. Here's our coffee if you want to try it at home. And that's good, you know. I like that stuff. All right, so we're going to try this again. This will be the last time. Start. We'll see how much goes through this time. I'm going to pre-infuse just a little bit. Pre-infusing is just pushing water through the coffee bed in the basket in order to kind of get the coffee wet and heat it up a little bit. So now we're going to go. Okay, well that's a lot harder to press through, which is good. A lot more liquid is coming out. Okay, it's eased up a little bit. Wow. All right, we're gonna get to the numbers that I wanted to get to. 30, although the pressure didn't go up, maybe that's not the point with this. Maybe the point with this is not the pressure going up. Maybe the point with this is getting water out and adding a little bit of a pressure to it. That's about 35 grams of coffee right there, coffee water, going through 17 grams of coffee. Okay. Oh, okay. So, well, I mean, obviously that's so much better because we have a lot more liquid going through, coming out, which means it's not bitter and concentrated. It's a lot sweeter. I mean, I guess fruity. I'm trying to get it here. It's a very sweet, fruity and smooth. Like I said, it says on the bag. It's a very smooth, tasty coffee, and it tastes exactly like how it's made in-house. So I think we've hit the nail on the head. We don't want to go down to a 10 or even a 15, even though we're not going to squeeze out all of the coffee with this thing. It's a manually powered machine, and you know, there's just going to be weird quirks about it, as in maybe you can hit 7 bars, but you're not going to get all the coffee out of it you want. You know, maybe you'll reach 4 or 3 bars, but then you'll get the amount of coffee you want out of it. I just don't know, and the amount of playing to get the balance is going to be long and arduous, it feels like. But this is actually perfect. So 20 on the DF 64, and then a nice even steady. I think that was what was that about? After the infusion, I think it took 45 seconds to get through, and then we got 35 grams of coffee out of it. And this is really nice. The color's beautiful. It tastes great. So yeah, medium dark seems to be at a 20. We'll try another coffee tomorrow. We'll get it from the Columbus Brew sample pack. We'll get something out of there. Pretty excited to do that. So thank you for tuning in today. You are safe here. I will not allow anyone to attack you. I will stand in front of you, and then I'll stand behind you. Just remember that you are loved, and we will do everything we can to help if we can, you know? You know what I mean? Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great Tuesday. Bye.